Hi, welcome. Today I'm doing a really exciting makeup look. I'm doing a Valentine's Day makeup look. This would be great for Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day, depending on which one you'd rather celebrate. Perfect for a date night or like a night with the girls. It doesn't matter. It will work perfect for both. This for me is going to be like a super glowy look. So lots of highlighter and like glowy skin complexion products. And then I'm doing something really out of the box for myself, but I'm doing a pink-ish eye look. It's not anything bright or crazy, but it is more of like those pinky neutral-ish type tones that I'm going to be using today. So let's get into it. Starting off with primer, I'm going to go in with this Laura Mercier hydrating primer. This is the Pure Canvas primer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and put that all over my face. Since it's wintertime, my skin is so dry, so I need like all of the extra hydration that I can get. Alright, and then jumping right into complexion, I'm using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter today. And this is going to act as my like base or my foundation. I'm not going to put like any foundation over top of this, but I'm going to use this. So I just kind of like spread that all over, and then I'm going to take my sponge and blend that out. I feel like this product blends best for me with a sponge. Sometimes I will use a brush, but I don't know, I feel like this specifically works best for me with a sponge. Some of my like skin tints or like tinted moisturizers work well with a brush, but I don't know. This just seems to go well with the sponge. I'm actually going to be using two concealers today. I'm going to be using this one by Rare Beauty and then this one by LA Girl. I like to use these two together when I want like a more full coverage concealer, because this concealer is very full coverage, but it's not a perfect match. So I mix it with this light LA Girl one just to make it like perfect for my skin. So I'm just going to apply the Rare Beauty concealer everywhere that I normally would, and then I'm going to take a little bit of the LA Girl and just kind of like put that in like the same areas. This one's really light, so I have to be kind of like careful with it, otherwise it will wash me out a lot. Now to blend that out, I'm going to start by taking this concealer brush. It's just a flat brush. This is from Sephora. Just says Perfecting Concealer. This is pretty old. I've had this for a long time, but it's a really good concealer brush. So I'm going to start by just patting and blending this in. And this brush specifically works really good for around the eyes. Any concealer brush will work, but I just feel like it helps you get into those little spots that the sponge or like bigger brush can't reach as well. So I'm just lightly like blending this all over my face. I'm not completely blending out all my concealer because it would take forever. So I'm just doing a light blend, and then after that I'm going to take my sponge and then finish it. You could take a sponge or a brush, whatever you prefer, but I feel like a sponge works good after I do this to kind of finish it off. So I'm just taking my sponge and I'm going to continue blending until it gets to the point that I like. Next up, I'm going in with cream bronzer, and I'm actually using a new cream bronzer that I've never used before. It's the one by Say. This is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. I just got this weekend and I've never used it before, so I'm really excited. I hope it looks good so that I don't ruin my makeup, but I was debating between this or the liquid one that they have, and I settled on this. So if I don't like it, I'm going to return it and probably try the liquid one, but I've seen good reviews for both, so I'm going to give it a try. And I'm going to just be taking this brush and I'm going to dip right in and then start applying that all around my face where I normally put my contour or like my cream bronzing products. And I'm just working that in. I feel like it's showing up a lot darker on camera than it is in my mirror, but so far so good. It seems like it's laying pretty well on my skin. It kind of reminds me of the Makeup by Mario, the like skin enhancer a little bit. It's kind of like a similar vibe. It's a different like tone. This is a lot more like orange toned, but as far as like how the product is laying on my skin, it kind of reminds me of that. Now I'm going to do a little bit on my nose, but with this brush right here. So I'm going to take that and then just kind of start to blend and brush that into my nose to kind of give it some color and a little bit of contour. And then I'm going to bring it up into the inner part of my eye just so that it like all blends together really well. Okay, so far so good with that product, I feel like. I don't know. I'll have to use it some more, but first impressions, I actually like it. So next I'm going to go in with some blush, and this is like my favorite part of the look because I want the blush to be like poppin', one of the main focuses of the complexion because it's pink and it's Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use this one right here by Fenty Beauty. This is the shade Petal Poppin'. This is just their cream blush. And I'm going to take that with my blush brush and start working that in on the cheeks. And I'm going to work it up all the way towards my temples just to make it more vibrant and all over my face. And then I'm going to add a little on the nose as well. And I'm just going to keep working that in until I get as much on as I want. I'm going to take a little bit of cream highlighter as well and just kind of put that like right over the top of the blush just to make it look more dewy. And this isn't like a super crazy highlighter, but it does give a nice glow. And I'm going to put blush on top of this, powder blush, and I'm going to put on some powder highlighter too, so I just feel like it'll make the skin look a little bit more glowy. So I'm just kind of putting that on my face a little bit. Now I'm just going to set my face with a little bit of powder. Everywhere basically that I put concealer, I'm adding a little bit of powder, but not very much at all because my skin is so dry. I'm going to use a little bit of powder bronzer today. I'm going to be using this one by Essence. It's the Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and I'm just taking this big fluffy brush and I'm just lightly putting that on my face. I want my skin to be pretty bronzed, so I'm just lightly putting that everywhere that I put the cream bronzer just to kind of set it a little bit better and give my face a little bit more color. Now for more blush, I'm using this NARS blush right here. This is in the shade Orgasm, and this is what it looks like. It's such a pretty pink color and it's like shimmery too. I don't know if you can see that, but this is a really, really pretty blush. So I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into that and just start packing that on the cheeks, literally everywhere that I put the cream blush. I'm just going over top of that. A little bit on my nose. Alright, cheeks are looking rosy. So my eyebrows are already filled in, but I'm going to take a little bit of eyebrow gel and run that through them just so they stay in place. And this is the e.l.f. Brow Lift. It's just a clear brow gel, but it's super good and it will make your eyebrows stay in place all day long. So I just kind of roughly run that through my eyebrows until I get them how I like. So like I said in the beginning, today I'm doing something really out of the box for myself, and I'm going to be using like pink shades, kind of like neutral pink shades. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it's going to be different than my brown nude eye looks that I always do all the time. But to be honest, I don't have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, so I'm mainly going to be using two today. And they're kind of old. This one that I'm going to be using is by Ace Beauté, and I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think like a year or two ago, but it has a lot of like pink tones, so this is like perfect for what I'm going for. And then the other one that I'm using today is actually a Jaclyn Hill palette, and I know she doesn't like have her makeup line anymore, but I bought this right around the time she was like going out of business or closing down her brand, and it was like on super sale, and I thought it would be good for when I do like bridal makeup because it's a really pretty palette. So I'm going to be taking some colors out of this one too. This is the Dear Mom palette, but I don't think any of her makeup is available anymore. Basically, I'm going to be using this palette for like my base colors, and then I'm going to be using some of the other palette for shimmers. So to start off, I'm going to go into the Jaclyn palette, and I'm going to use this color right here, Honey, and I'm going to mix it. No, actually I'm not going to mix it. I'm just going to use the shade Honey, and that's going to kind of be the base for this eyeshadow look. So I'm just going to take that and put that all over my lid. And I've barely ever used this palette. I've basically just swatched it, so yeah, we're gonna see what it's all about today. Okay, that is not showing up as like pink as I wanted. It's honestly like barely showing up, so I'm actually gonna use a little bit of blush from this blush palette that I have. This is the color. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that and kind of like mix that around on my lid as well, just to give it more of kind of like a pink base. I feel like the other one, I don't know, it's just like white and it wasn't really showing up. It was super light. So I'm just gonna work this blush all over the lid, and I think that'll give it a little bit more color. Okay, that's a lot better. Now I'm gonna step into this other palette, and I'm gonna take this color Lotus. It's like a, I don't know, like a purplish pink. It looks darker, I feel like, in person than it just did on there, but I'm gonna take that and just work that on the outer part of my eyelid. And just kind of like work it out up towards my temple. Okay, I also want this to be a tiny bit darker, so I'm gonna take a little bit of, I think this color, Sangria, just a little bit, and then just tap that and really blend it out good on like the outer corner and in my crease. This eye look is so pink. I've like never done anything like this, but I'm gonna take this fluffy brush and just really blend it all together and really diffuse this all out. It looks good, it's just not in my comfort zone. It's something way out of the box for me. So I'm really gonna blend it to kind of diffuse it, make it look much more muted. Obviously, you can make it as dramatic as you want, and if you like bright, bold eye looks, then go crazy, but I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable in them, I guess, because I never ever do it. For the next step on the eyes, I'm actually going to go into the blush that I used earlier, the powder blush by NARS, and I'm going to take that and then kind of put that like in the middle towards like more of the outside of my eye, so there's kind of like a contrast of light to dark. And I'm just going to kind of work that in. Okay, I feel like that just makes it a little bit more like pinky and cute. Now for the inner part of my eye, I'm going in with more of like a white-ish sparkly color, I guess you could say. I'm going to take this color right here in the Jaclyn palette. It's called French Silk. And I'm going to use that same brush and just lightly put that like right on the inner corner and then work that over into the part where I just put the blush. But I really want the inner corner to be like poppin', so I'm gonna really work that in that area. I'm also gonna kind of bring that down a little bit under the inner corner of my eyes too. And then I'm going to take this color right here that I used on my lid, and I'm gonna run that under my under eyes just to kind of make it look a little more smoky, but just really lightly. I'm going to take this blending brush that I've been using the whole time once more and just blend everything on my lid together one last time. And I think I'm actually going to do a wing today. I'm going to do a brown wing. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. eyeliner right here. It looks like this. Just like a pencil eyeliner, and it's brown. So I'm going to take that and just do a light wing. I'm going to start in the corner and just work my way out. And this is pretty light. It's like a very light brown. It's not like a deep chocolatey brown. It is so windy here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's honestly kind of scary. Okay, so I'm just doing a wing like that on both sides. I kind of messed that up, but I'll fix it. Now that I have the eyeliner on, I'm going to do one more little thing, and I'm just going to take this purple shade here, Lotus, and I mix it with a tiny bit of that dark color that I used earlier. And I'm just going to kind of, well, I need to use a smaller brush. So I'm going to take this tiny brush right here, and I'm going to mix those two colors and kind of like diffuse it on my wrist a little bit, just because I want it to be very, very, very faint. And I'm going to run that over top of the liner just a little bit so that it kind of matches the eye look a little bit more, and the brown isn't so harsh. So it doesn't really do a lot, but it just kind of makes like a subtle difference and diffuses that brown color a little bit more. I'm going to top this all off with some mascara, this one by e.l.f., the Lash and Roll. And this look would look really cute with falsies, but I don't like wearing falsies, so I'm not going to wear them. I'm just going to put on like extra mascara to make my lashes look more dramatic. But yeah, if you like false lashes and you have some cute ones that you want to put on, I would 100% recommend it. I think it would look so cute. And I'm also going to coat a lot on my bottom lashes as well, just to make those pop. Okay, I lied. I'm actually doing one more thing for the eyes. I'm going to go in with that light color that I used on the inner corner, and I am going to align and highlight at the top of my brow, or the bottom of my brow, just to add a little bit more. Okay, now the eyes are done for real this time. I'm going to go in one last time with some highlighter, and I'm going to be using this one from Fenty Beauty. This is like the perfect light pink highlighter. And I'm just going to take that and I'm going to mix them together, like this more muted and the more shimmery one. And I'm just going to put that all over. I just want to look super glowy. So I'm putting that on my nose, more on my cheeks, and don't know what that is on my face. And above the brow bone as well. And we're going to finish off with lips. So for lips, I'm taking this Refi lip liner in the shade Taupe, and then lipstick, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So I go in with the liner first and just outline my lips. And then I'm going to kind of take it and fill in like the corners. And now I'm going to top it off with the lipstick. And since I want this to be like a more glowy look, I am going to just take some clear gloss and put that on my lips. Alright, here we are, the Valentine's inspired makeup look. It's giving date night, it's giving girls night, all the things of Valentine's. I did a pink eye look, which is crazy for me, and then a pinkish lip. I never wear bold lips, so I didn't really know what to do, but in my defense, this Charlotte Tilbury lipstick does have like pinkish undertones, so that was my excuse for using it. But a bold red or pink lip look would look so cute with this, so if you like to do that, then definitely do a more bold lip than me because I'm boring. But anyway, I really hope you like this video. Let me know how you like to celebrate Valentine's, and if you have any like fun traditions that you do, maybe with your significant other or with your best friends. I would love to know. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!